Hi everyone, thanks so much for being here. My name is Kat and I make houseplant videos here on Good and Planty. If you just so happen to absolutely love this video, please consider liking it, commenting, subscribing, or following me on Instagram. All of these things help me grow my channel like a plant. Today I figured we can kind of look at our plants a little bit more emotionally, be a little sappy, and I want to share with you all 5 of my most meaningful houseplants. If you have any of the same meaningful plants, please let me know. I think that would be really cute, and feel free to share any of your most memorable plants and stories that go along with your houseplants, because honestly, at the end of the day, that is one of the most beautiful part of taking care of houseplants. All right, let's just jump right into it. And plant number 1 is right here, and it is this Hawaiian Pothos. First of all, in this gorgeous pot done by a gorgeous and amazing artist. I will link her Instagram. I'll put it up on the screen. It was a birthday gift by my best friend's sister, and I'm obsessed. But anyway, the plant, this is the subscriber plant. And if you are an early subscriber, you know what that means. But for anyone new here, sometimes I refer to this plant and you are all like, what's the subscriber plant? I got this plant with the intention of growing it big and strong and propagating it and doing giveaways with it on Instagram and YouTube so that we could all have a piece of the same plant. Well, not all of us, but like, you know what I'm saying? This plant has been a bit of a slow grower, so my dreams have not come true yet. I haven't done any giveaways with this plant because I kind of wanted to give it time to get established first. Luckily, as you can see, it's finally starting to grow up the pole, and this is a plant that has taken the best to the pole throughout my entire collection, including my huge micans. These aerial roots actually grow into the moss because I keep this in a greenhouse environment, which is really humid. It keeps the moss wet. The plant kind of grows into it, and the leaves are coming in pretty big. I haven't given away any of the cuttings yet, but to me, this is like my connection with all of you. I actually sent out the first propagation of this to Daya recently, so I'm hoping soon I'll feel a little bit more comfortable chopping her up. But yeah, this is the first plant that means a whole bunch to me. And the pot is amazing. Plant number 2 is this spider plant. Look how cute she is. So I have 2 spider plants and they both mean a lot to me. I just grabbed this one because it's a little bit lighter. The other one is pretty big. These were propagations from my best friend, and this kind of holds true for all of the propagations that I get from friends. They have such a big part of my plant heart. It doesn't have to be a fancy plant or anything like that. They just mean a whole lot to me. I feel like I have a little piece of that person kind of like around. I hope that's not creepy. A lot of my friends don't live super close, you know, or they're friends that I met through Instagram and YouTube. So whenever I can kind of keep them a little bit closer through something like plants, I think that's so much fun, and I just really appreciate plant trades for that reason and people being generous enough to share their propagations with me. In the same vein, I can't pull this plant out because it is way too big, but the third plant that means a whole bunch to me is my massive peace lily for 2 reasons. Reason number 1, and the bigger reason, is that it was a birthday gift from Jonah. It was, I think, the first plant he ever got me, and it meant a lot to me how he kind of embraced my love for houseplants, and he went really big and got me a beautiful peace lily locally. It was just a very touching birthday, and I know he was really trying to connect with me through plants. The other reason that I love the peace lily so much is because I think my channel really took off with my peace lily video, which feels like a shallow reason to love that plant so much, but really it kind of set me up for success on YouTube. A lot of you have found me through the peace lily video, and I'm just so grateful that me talking about the peace lily kind of brought me all of this opportunity on YouTube. I don't know if my channel would be the same without that video. I think it's honestly kind of beautiful and telling that Jonah's plant gift not only showed that he was embracing my plant collection and obsession, but eventually it also helped kind of boost my YouTube channel. I think it's really cute and not a coincidence by the universe. Okay, the next plant on my list is this Dracaena Marginato, which honestly I don't talk a whole lot about. This is definitely one of the plants that I overlook a little bit, but the reason I think I need to give this plant more love because the meaning behind this plant is actually very dear to my heart. Where do I start with this? Before the job that I have now, I was working at a different job, and I did not like that job. To put it nicely, there was only like a small handful of things that I can actually say I appreciated from that job. It was just not good, and I didn't like the working environment, and I'm happy I don't work there anymore. However, this plant means so much to me because I was working there when my childhood dog Lucky, which I didn't have him while I had this channel, but he passed away while I was working there. And it really like hit me hard because, it's my childhood dog. I had him for 13 years. I raised him from a puppy, and I didn't get to spend a lot of time with him while I was away at college, and then he moved in with me here for a little bit. So when he passed, it hurt a lot, and I was really upset about it. And my boss at the time actually, and the manager, I think that my manager had more to do with this, but they got me this beautiful plant to kind of cheer me up. And while, I'm not gonna romanticize that job at all, this plant did mean a lot to me, and it does kind of like signify a little bit of a remembrance of my childhood dog. So this is my little Lucky plant. I think I said that his name was Lucky. I want to see him thrive. He was struggling for a little bit in the office. This is definitely, I was working in a cubicle, and this plant was not having a good time there. So when I quit that job, I brought this plant home, and it started doing way, way better. I quit that job right as COVID was happening, so I snuck this plant home right before they shut down the office and like didn't let anyone come get their stuff. So this is a very lucky plant, which goes with the name. Another crazy thing that happened was when he passed away, the next day I was leaving work, and there was a dog that was exactly like him, walking in front of me. I swear to God, I sound a little bit nuts when I say that, but it was an exact replica of him. It wasn't just the same breed. He was a Maltese. It wasn't just like, oh, another Maltese. It was the same dog. I was in a trance. I was like following this dog for blocks. I couldn't take my eyes off him. Yeah, anyway, that's the story of this Dracaena. So she's a little dusty. Honestly, this video is good for me because I'm gonna start taking better care of these plants. But she is doing a lot better than when she was in the office, honestly. The next plant on my list is this cactus. I forgot the exact name. I have it written down somewhere. I'm not good with cacti names. This is my oldest plant in my collection. I have had this plant since, I wanna say senior year of high school. I think I actually got it in preparation of moving into my freshman year of college. The dorm, I wanted some plants in the dorm because duh. So I got, I think, some succulents and this cactus. Look at this cute little puffball on her. I recently propagated it because since it was my first plant, I didn't know how to take care of it all that well. So it grew kind of wonky eventually, and it had really like this really thin, narrow spot. So I ended up just propagating it there, and I wasn't really sure what would happen. I've never propagated a cactus before, and she grew this little cute puff. I think that we all can agree that the oldest plant in our collection, whether it is just the first plant or the oldest plant, we have a soft spot for it. You can't help it, This plant has been with me through all of my college moves, through the highs and the lows. Like, it was me and this plant. She stuck by my side through the neglect, the overwatering, the lack of sun, all of it. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you learned a little bit more about me, and maybe we'll take some time today to just appreciate the little extra special houseplants in your collection / home. Please subscribe to my channel if you don't already and you want to see more planty content from me. Please check out my description box down below. It's full of links on ways that you can support me and my channel if you want to. Yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. Bye!